We're back here on PennLive.com talking a little Penn State recruiting. We're looking forward a little bit to the 2019 class. A couple quarterback offers go out, so we're looking at the 4 kids who Penn State has offered so far, and maybe assessing the odds of Penn State's next quarterback commit coming from this group of 4. It's a position that does now more and more commit early in the cycle, sometimes before the 19 cycle would even begin. So you look at Max Dugan, a 4-star from Iowa, offered over the weekend. Garrett Schrader, unrated prospect from North Carolina. Rashawn Johnson from Texas, a 4-star. And Raymond Woody III, a 3-star from the state of Florida. So bottom line, what are the odds that Penn State's next commit comes from this group of 4?
I think it's a decent shot, but I also think if you look at who Penn State offered first in the class of 2018, Justin Fields was one of the earlier ones, but not the earliest. Quincy Patterson, another Elite 11 quarterback like Justin Fields, was actually one of the first offers. He's an Illinois kid. And I think what it comes down to is this is the base group for sure, but look at where these guys are from: Texas, Florida. They're not necessarily in Penn State's wheelhouse. Of course, the class of 2019 probably isn't going to come in Penn State's wheelhouse in a lot of cases, but Max Dugan's the one that's interesting to me the most because he's going to get more and more attention. There's no question about that. I think that, there's a couple of guys probably off the radar right now that'll come onto it by the end of summer, but we're in prime quarterback offering time for the next class. I know it seems crazy to be that far out in that time period to start offering them, but that's just the way it works. There's already some of the top-rated kids, the sophomores, that are committed already.
So you're looking at some of the ingredients that some of these quarterbacks have. Max Dugan, for example, Penn State is not targeting the biggest quarterback in the class. They're not targeting the one with the strongest arm generally. Justin Fields just happens to be a freak in every way whatsoever. Yep. They're also, if you look at it, Trace McSorley from Virginia in the 14 class, Tommy Stevens from Indiana, Jake Zembeck from upstate New York, Sean Clifford in the 17 class from Ohio. Now these 4 prospects, who generally I think there's a good chance that Penn State's to commit in the 19 class comes from them. Penn State will not have had a in-state quarterback since James Franklin got here.
Right, and if you look around, there's not really been a ton of talent in the state in that regard. Kyle Shermer from down in the Philly area was a guy that they gave a hard look at but didn't end up offering. So, for the most part, there's not been a ton of talent in Pennsylvania or really the Mid-Atlantic as a whole at the position over the last few cycles. There's been some, not a lot. I think that you'll see Penn State obviously always recruit around here at that position when it can, but at the end of the day, you got to get yourself a playmaker. These 4 certainly are. I think I agree with you. It's a pretty good chance that if Penn State gets a 2019 quarterback, which of course it'll want to, it'll be one of these 4 guys.
I just have, this is total hunch. I don't think there's anything behind it. Max Dugan just strikes me as Penn State style of quarterback. A little bit like Sean Clifford, a winner